Forget September. Let the iPhone buzz fade into the background. That's yesterday's headline. Buried under the scroll. The true seismic shift? It's the one Apple hasn't whispered about yet. The unannounced thunderbolt they're holding close to their chest. And trust me, it's not a trickle of gadgets. We're talking a full-blown avalanche of innovation that's set to redraw the lines of their world. We've been knee-deep in the trenches, sifting through supply chain whispers, decoding cryptic code fragments, and tuning into those shadowy insider murmurs. The Tallyweave Crunch? A jaw-dropping 7. Not tweaks or refreshes, but bold reinventions primed to jolt the entire Apple universe into overdrive. What unfolds here isn't a dry spec sheet. It's the gripping tale of Apple's bold leap forward. We'll unpack each of these 7 game changers, reveal why they're poised to rewrite the rules, and lay out exactly how they'll ripple into your life, your routines, your budget, the tech that hums in your hands every day. So, dim the lights, silence the pings, and carve out the next half hour. We're about to unveil the secrets of Apple's stealth October bombshell. What do you think will be the biggest surprise in this lineup? Drop your guess in the comments below, and let's chat about it. Kicking things off with the underdog no one's buzzing about anymore. That forgotten gem lurking in your entertainment setup, the Apple TV. For too long, it's been the overlooked sibling in the family portrait, gathering dust on shelves while the spotlight chased shinier toys. When's the last time an Apple TV launch sparked real fire in your veins? It's hovered in this awkward limbo. Premium pricing for middling muscle, outpaced by bargain bin rivals like Amazon's Fire Stick or Roku's sleek dongles that sling 4K bliss for pocket change. But leaks from the latest lies of P-Game Beta are dropping hints of a price slash that could shatter the status quo. Imagine this powerhouse dipping below the century mark. Picture an A17-fueled beast, laced with AI smarts and gaming chops that could humble high-end consoles, all for under $100. This isn't a polite refresh. It's Apple's battle cry, a frontal strike at Roku's turf, Amazon's empire, and Google's streaming stronghold. At long last, they're storming the castle of your couch, claiming the living room throne with unyielding intent. But hold that thought, because as seismic as that takeover feels, it pales next to the headliner, the glittering centerpiece of this leak-fueled saga, the M5 iPad Pro. Remember last year's M4 debut? It was a love letter to the eyes, that mesmerizing tandem OLED panel so vivid, so luminous, it bordered on sorcery, elevating tablets from mere screens to portals of pure immersion. So, what's the encore to something that close to flawless? This round flips the script. The magic's brewing beneath the surface, a powerhouse gut renovation. We got footage straight from the source, unboxings pouring in from those audacious Russian YouTubers, the same trailblazers who cracked open the M4 MacBook Pro ahead of the curve. No smoke and mirrors here. These are the real deals in hand. And nestled at their core, the M5 Silicon Heart, Apple's Silicon Saga's latest chapter. Early Geekbench whispers are already singing praises. A solid 12% surge in multi-core speed over the zippy M4. Solid gains, sure, but the real fireworks? Graphics that roar 36% ahead, turning tech jargon into everyday magic. That boost doesn't just nudge apps along. It catapults Pro Tools like Final Cut Pro into hyperspeed, where 3D models that once demanded hulking, whirring desktops now dance effortlessly on a whisper-quiet slab of glass you cradle like a sketchbook. Those unboxings spilled more gold. A plea from the pros answered at last. The entry-level 256 gigabytes model, it's stepping up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, ditching the old 8 gigabytes cap that kept dreams grounded. That was the invisible chain. The raw M series might was there, but skimpy memory meant the OS played bouncer, slamming doors on background tabs and multitasking mirages. Now, with that extra breathing room, the iPad Pro blooms into a genuine workhorse. Fire up a labyrinthine 3D render in one split view, let a 4K edit churn in another, and let a dozen browser windows idle without a single reload nag. It's seamless. It's alive. Yet another peel from a separate Russian reveal hints at a sly, subtle stroke of genius. Twin front-facing cameras. Why double down there? Ponder your iPad rituals. Propped in Magic Keyboard for marathon typing sessions. It's landscape life. Snatched up for pencil sketches. Portrait rules a roost. And that lone camera? It's forever in the wrong frame, forcing you into Zoom call contortions, your gaze skewing sideways or your face maroon at screen's edge like a glitchy ghost. Leaker extraordinaire Mark Gurman swears at happening. One lens for each orientation, with the iPad smarts flipping between them on the fly to lock you in frame. Crisp and confident, orientation be damned. Pure Apple alchemy, not brute force, but those thoughtful tweaks that whisper, "We get you." This trio seals it. M5 muscle for the heavy lifts, 12 gigabytes for the endless juggle, dual cams for the daily grind. The iPad Pro isn't flirting with laptop territory anymore. It's moving in bag and baggage. That M5 Fire is an iPad exclusive, though. It's fueling a stealth assassin, the quiet hero of Apple's arsenal, the Mac Mini that's won hearts without fanfare. For ages, this pint-sized powerhouse has been an insider's ace, the haven for coders hammering late nights, sound wizards layering tracks, podcasters scripting soliloquies, and artists pinching pennies without skimping on soul. It packs Mac-level wizardry at a whisper of the iMac or ProBook price tag. The M4 edition last year, a steal that redefined bang for buck. And tradition holds. Apple nurses a Mini's form factor like fine wine, with the prior chassis enduring a marathon 14-year sans facelift. Expect no redesign drama. Just that familiar matte silver brick, but crack it open and the plot thickens in wild ways. Fresh intel points to a curveball. Apple might debut solely an M5 Pro variant this time, bypassing the entry-level M5 altogether. A head-scratcher of a pivot. Why goes the crowd pleaser that hooks the masses? Our hunch? It's lineup housekeeping, sharpening the edges for clarity. The Mac Studio stays the summit for A-list effects mavens. The iMac, your cozy hearth for snapshots and scrolls. Slotting in, the M5 Pro Mini as the sweet spot sovereign for the prosumer tribe, the creator who outgrows home setups but balks at studio splurges. This is a YouTuber's render rig, the Shutterbug's post haven, the beatmaker's brainstorm bunker. Envision the M5 Pro's 36% graphics leap. Its beefed-up neural core tackling AI wizardry, all cocooned in a sub-$100 cube. It's not value. It's a verdict. The ultimate gateway to pro dreams, the dev's delight, the creative's quiet revolution. The wild card humming in the wings. The Vision Pro's glow-up, where the chip debate rages. Ming-Chi Quebec's M5. Gurman hedges on M4. Our call, M5 or bust. This October stealth drop is the M5's grand entrance, the halo beacon for Apple's tomorrow, debuting your priciest, most visionary crown jewel on yesterday's silicon. That's not ambition. That's retreat, a white flag to the winds of progress. No way, they're vaulting past M3 and M4, straight to M5 glory, unleashing gains that feel like scripture. But the pulse beneath, that neural engine, turbocharged beyond MacBook bounds, whether M4 or M5. This isn't speed for speed's sake. It's AI ignition, mapping your world in spatial symphonies that never blink, hand tracking so fluid it blurs a line with flesh and bone, birthing AI-sculpted realms you step through like doorways to elsewhere, persistent, perceptive virtual realms that learn you, layer by layer. So, let's pull the threads together. Apple's October thunderclap, 7 strikes strong. A sly AI-infused Apple TV moonlighting as a console crusher. The M5 iPad Pro RAM-rich and cam-clever, primed to eclipse your laptop for good. The M5 Pro Mac Mini, crowning king of power per dollar. An AirTag 2 tripling its reach with spatial sleuthing smarts. A HomePod Mini reborn, Wi-Fi 7 Swift, and AI attuned from the studs up. The Vision Pro 2, surging silicon generations to fulfill its spatial vow. And capping it, an M5 MacBook Pro, paired with those long for 27-inch mini LED wonders pros have sketched in their sleep. This isn't a scattershot reveal. It's a symphony, a calculated charge. Spot the harmony. A 17 Pro pulses, S10 synergies, M5 might. Every piece orbits a neural engine, Apple's true AI manifesto. No solo app fanfare, no parlor trick unveil. It's embedding intelligence ecosystem-wide. From hearth to hip pocket, workstation to wearable vista. The boldest, broadest refresh in a generation, whether via hush memos or a polished virtual stage. Whatever the delivery, the ground shifts. My take distilled, this transcends tweaks. It's Apple weaving a tapestry from loose ends. Their gear always packed punch, but silos kept it siloed. iPad potent yet pegged back, Apple TV adrift, Mac mini occult whisper. Enter Apple Intelligence as a golden filament, binding it all. The M5, the beating heart of this AI dawn. And the pricing, that sub-$100 TV portal. The Minis Pro punch under $1,000, irresistible bait into the fold, rivals reeling. The iPad Pro sheds its maybe mantle, emerging as the constant companion pros crave. It's the sharpest, fiercest slate from Cupertino in a decade. Not a garden wall, but an intelligent citadel. These 7 the foundational stones. We'll chase every reveal, dissect every detail, price every pivot. Right here, fresh off the press. Hit subscribe, ring that bell. When the wave crashes, you won't blink and miss it. If this deep dive lit a spark, share it with your tech tribe, and let's keep the conversation rolling. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.